Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to 12 R&B stars who should have been legends. The industry had other plans. This is by the AI Slop music R&B channel. I shouldn't really be, I don't know, man. I'm kind of conflicted because I shouldn't really be, catering to these AI slop channels because they're a nuisance and they're just lazy, terrible content. But sometimes they do have some interesting topics. And it be slow sometimes because niggas don't like to upload. What happened to Prim? Started uploading, then disappeared again. It be dry out here, man. Gotta turn the AI slop channels, bruh. It is terrible. Anyways, though, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Before we start, let me ask you a question. What if I told you one of the biggest voices in R&B lost nearly a decade of their career because an album leaked before it was even finished? Or that another artist watched a song specifically created for them almost get handed to someone else who became a global superstar? What if I told you that one singer sold millions of records, earned Grammy nominations, influenced an entire generation of artists, and still got erased from the conversation? Because that's exactly what happened. By the end of this video, you'll probably be asking yourself the same question we did. How did these artists not become legends? And trust me, the story at number 1 is far more shocking than you think. Number 12, Tweet. For a brief moment in the early 2000s,
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. Tweet probably had if managed the right way, she could have went only like 2 albums. I don't see her going no further than 2 albums, bro. Like, let's be for real. Tweet was a 2-album shouty and she was out of here, bro. Everything else she put out after this, either she or her loyal fan base is gonna buy it up, or she just goes super irrelevant. I'm just keeping it real.
It looked like she might become one of the most important voices in contemporary R&B. Her breakout hit, Oops Oh My, was different. It wasn't trying to overpower listeners. It wasn't chasing trends. Instead, it felt intimate, soulful, and refreshingly honest. The record became a hit, introducing millions of listeners to an artist with a unique sound and perspective. Her debut album performed well, critics praised her songwriting, and everything appeared to be lining up perfectly. But music history is full of artists who discovered that having a hit and building a lasting career are two very different things. As the industry shifted focus and key creative partnerships evolved, Tweet's mainstream momentum began to slow. The strange part is that the quality of the music never disappeared. Fans continued supporting her. Critics continued respecting her work. Yet somehow, she gradually became less visible. Today, many younger R&B artists carry pieces of the style that help make Tweet stand out. The influence remains. The recognition never fully caught up. And that's exactly why she belongs on this list. Number 11.
Donell Jones, man.
If you've ever gone through a breakup and felt completely lost, chances are Donell Jones.
He needed to drop some more of them hits. He needed to drop some more. Ooh, girl, you know what's up, and you know what I mean. Ooh, say what, say what, say what. You know that I like you, baby. Girl, you know what's up. I'm feeling you. I'm near you. And you know what's up. That I'm here on you, and I'm wanting you. Tell me what's up, tell me what's up. Yo, if he had dropped some more hits like that, he could have went on a 3-album run. I guarantee you, he would have had a 3-album run. I think he could have lasted to about like 05 maximum.
Recorded the soundtrack for it.
And we've been together since
you love so much, you just don't
Jones
treat them bad. Oh, how I feel so sad now that I wanna be.
Songs like Where I Wanna Be connected because they weren't built around fantasy.
How could you
they were built around
let
difficult
this
truths.
be?
where I wanna be.
That honesty helped him become one of the most respected male R&B artists of the late 1990s.
Disrespectful song of all time.
The album sold. Singles chart. The fan base was loyal.
Do I go or think about my life?
Sorry.
So why isn't his name mentioned more often when people discuss the
Neil
greatest
Jones
R&B
made probably the most disrespectful song you could ever
As the
make.
industry became increasingly focused on image, spectacle, and larger-than-life personalities, Jones remained committed to the music itself.
Without you, baby, oh yeah.
He wasn't chasing headlines.
Never did. I don't mean to hurt you, baby.
He wasn't creating controversy.
No.
He was creating songs. Unfortunately, that approach doesn't always win in a business driven by attention. While other artists dominated magazine covers and television appearances, Jones slowly became one of R&B's most underrated figures. His talent never disappeared. The spotlight simply moved somewhere else. Number 10, Deborah Cox.
My heart is broken, oh, it hurts so bad.
Some artists spend their entire career searching for one signature song. Deborah Cox found hers, and it became one of the biggest R&B records ever made.
On a search to find.
And she
Nobody's supposed to be here. Wasn't just
she had a lot of potential. Deborah had a lot of fucking potential. I don't know why they didn't push her after that first album, bro. She had so much potential, bro. No, I did you care? Nobody's supposed to be here. She sunk her ass off, man. She should. What I think could have helped her out. She should have did some collabs, bro. If she had did some collabs with some artists, bro, her name would have been out there enough for people to be like, yeah, we ready. We want to hear a second album. She had a lot of potential, bro.
successful. She became a phenomenon. The song dominated radio, climbed the charts, and established Cox as one of the premier vocalists of her generation. For most artists, a moment like that becomes the foundation for decades of mainstream success. But the music industry rarely follows a predictable script. As labels merged, executives changed, and promotional priorities shifted, the support system around her career began changing as well. Instead of fighting a losing battle, Cox adapted. She expanded in the theater. She embraced live performance. She built a career that extended far beyond radio. The result is one of the most fascinating stories in R&B. While mainstream audiences may have stopped hearing her on the radio every day, she never stopped succeeding. She simply found success on her own terms. Number 9, By Law. There are talented singers. And
I'm not familiar with him. I know like one or two songs from him, but I'm not really familiar with him
long
like
been admired by
that.
musicians, producers, and critics alike.
I'm not really that familiar with Bilal.
From the very beginning, many believed he had the ability to become one of the defining artists of his generation. Everything appeared to be moving in the right direction. Then disaster struck. His highly anticipated second album leaked online before its official release.
Damn.
Today, leaks are frustrating. Back then, they could completely derail a career. The situation created uncertainty, confusion, and ultimately led to the project being shelved. Years of momentum disappeared almost overnight. It's one of the most talked about what-if stories in modern R&B. What if that album had been released properly? What if his momentum had continued uninterrupted? What if one of the most gifted vocalists of his era had received the same opportunities as some of his peers? We'll never know. What we do know is that Bilal continued creating music and influencing artists long after the mainstream stopped paying attention. Sometimes influence matters more than fame, but in Bilal's case, many fans believe he deserved both. Number 8, D.R.U. Hill.
Dru Hill?
Few groups captured the sound of late 90s R&B quite like Dru Hill. The harmonies were incredible, the songs connected, and their chemistry made it feel like they could dominate for years. For a while,
But they group didn't stick around long enough. That was their problem. It was the group. It was a group issue. I'd say it was more of a group issue than anything else. They wanted their group members leave because he found God and wanted to make gospel music instead.
exactly what happened. Hit after hit helped establish the group as one of the strongest acts in R&B. Then came a challenge that has destroyed more groups than almost anything else. Individual success. As Sisqó's solo career exploded, the balance inside the group inevitably changed.
Let me see.
Expectations changed. Relationships changed. And eventually, tensions began affecting the future of the group itself. Lineup changes followed. Disagreements surfaced. Momentum slowed. Looking back, the frustrating part isn't that Dru Hill succeeded. It's that many fans believed they were capable of even more. The talent was there. The audience was there. But sometimes the biggest obstacle to success isn't competition. It's keeping everyone moving in the same direction. Number 7, Eric Benet.
Shout out to Eric Benet. Apparently, me and that nigga went to the same high school.
Long-term R&B superstar. A smooth voice.
Shout out to that nigga Eric Benet, though.
Timeless love songs. And a level of maturity that separated him from many of his contemporaries. Songs like Spend My Life With You became staples at weddings and celebrations around the world. His future looked incredibly bright. Then something happened that has affected countless artists throughout history. The public became more interested in his personal life than his music. Once that shift occurs, it can be extremely difficult to reverse. Suddenly, headlines begin replacing songs. Controversies begin replacing albums. And the conversation moves away from artistry. That's what happened to Eric Benet. Despite continuing to make music and evolve creatively, many casual listeners stopped paying attention to the records themselves. The talent never left. The narrative changed, and sometimes that's enough to alter an entire career. Number 6.
I disagree with this entirely. This nigga top 5. I don't care what nobody say. Genuine is top 5, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Genuine is top 5. Now, has his career panned out to the level of, say, Usher? No. But he's still top 5, though. He's still top 5 for his time, bro. From the 90s to the 2000s, bro, or the early 2000s. I mean, that brother was dealing with a lot, man. Lost his mom, lost his dad, got on drugs. Had to find himself. Had to find himself and find his way back. It happens. You know, that's life. You don't know where it's gonna take you. Just hope you stay on track. That's it. But other than that, though, Genuine top 5. I don't care what nobody say. Genuine is a top 5. If I had to say top 5 R&B artists, R. Kelly number 1, Usher number 2. I say Chris Brown number 3. Neo would be my number 4. And Genuine would be my number 5. I don't care what anybody say. That nigga top 5, bro. That nigga goated. His run in the 90s, 2000s, goated.
There was a time when Genuine felt impossible to avoid. His music was everywhere. His videos dominated television. His album sold millions. And his partnership with Timbaland helped create one of the most recognizable sounds in R&B history. Most people immediately think of Poet. And that's part of the problem. The song became so iconic that it eventually overshadowed everything else he accomplished. What gets forgotten is that Genuine wasn't a one-hit wonder. Not even close. He followed up with multiple successful albums, major chart hits, and a fan base that remained loyal for years. But as music trends changed and creative partnerships evolved, something interesting happened. The songs remained popular. The artist became nostalgic. It's a challenge many musicians face. A signature hit can keep your name alive forever. But it can also trap your legacy inside a single moment.
No, it's not. Not for Genuine. That nigga had hits.
Honey continues appearing in movies, commercials, television shows, and viral social media trends. The song never disappeared. But many fans feel the man behind it deserved far more recognition than history has given him. Number 5. If originality guaranteed superstardom, Mary would have become one of the biggest artists of the 2000s.
Let's keep it just like before.
For A. Marie, it's just, how do I put this nicely? You made it a hot line. Beyonce made it a hot song. I mean, we could sit up here and blame Beyonce and say, oh, she stole her producer and that's why A. Marie never got, man, fuck all that shit. You made it a hot line. She made it a hot song, my nigga. I hate to tell you that. But maybe if you had got back in with your producer and came up with some hits similar to Beyonce, would have worked in your favor because Beyonce is popping. Beyonce is, by the time this is B-Day. By around this time, this would be Beyonce's second album when she stole her producer. So that second album for Beyonce was a fucking monster, bruh. You should have capitalized on that and made the same exact type of hits, just like One Thing. Get them on the radio, let the radio play the shit out of them to the point where people be like, yeah, this song good. I mean, I probably would have waited until after Beyonce started to die down though, because Beyonce was untouchable between 06 and 07. Beyonce was fucking untouchable. You couldn't touch her if you wanted to. But around 2008, if you came in with that same energy, most definitely you stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? You and Beyonce got the same sound. You could be 1A, you could be 1B, she could be 1A. It is what it is.
Without question, when One Thing exploded onto radio, it felt completely different from everything around it. The production was energetic. The rhythm was infectious. And the song had a personality that immediately stood out. For a moment, Mary looked unstoppable. Critics praised her. Fans embraced her. The future seemed bright. But one of the hardest things in music is maintaining momentum after breakthrough. Particularly when your sound depends on a specific creative chemistry. As key collaborators moved in different directions and label priorities shifted, the momentum surrounding her career began to slow. What makes Anne-Marie's story so frustrating is that her influence became larger than her commercial success. Many artists who came after her borrowed elements of the style she helped popularize. The sound lived on. The recognition didn't. Years later, fans still debate how much bigger her career should have been. And honestly, it's a fair conversation. Because artists willing to sound different often take the biggest risks. Not all of them receive the rewards they deserve. Number 4. Number 3, Maya.
Wait. No.
Number 4.
Wait. Go back. Number 4, Tevin Campbell. Number 4 was Tevin Campbell, and they cut it off. They cut off Tevin Campbell. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, just a little short thing for Tevin Campbell. I'll say this for Tevin Campbell since this one is about to get skipped in its entirety. Tevin Campbell, from what his peers say, he's supposed to be the one. Well, I'm pretty sure what Usher is today, that's what Tevin Campbell was supposed to be. But the industry got to him, then they started that rumor, which later on turned out to be true. But we ain't judging because it's 2026. We ain't judging. You know what I'm saying? We ain't judging. It's 2026. Live your truth, my nigga. But happy Pride Month. But yeah. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tevin Campbell though. That nigga was definitely talented as fuck. For sure.
4. Number 3, Maya.
Shout out to Maya.
One of the biggest misconceptions in music is that artists disappear when they leave the spotlight. Maya's proof that isn't always true. At the beginning of the 2000s, she was one of the biggest names in entertainment. Hit records, major collaborations, award wins, film appearances. She had everything. Then came a decision that changed the direction of her career. Independence. Instead of remaining fully dependent on the major label system, Ma chose to build her own path. For many artists, that sounds empowering. And it is.
I feel you.
But independence comes with a price. You gain creative control. You often lose visibility. Without a giant promotional machine constantly reminding audiences you exist, people begin assuming you've gone away. Meanwhile, Ma continued working, continued recording, continued performing, continued.
I hate these AI slop channels, bro, because they say the names wrong. They didn't even say Drew Hill name wrong. They said DRU Hill. Fuck this AI slop channel, bro. Get y'all shit together, bro.
You building a business.
Y'all telling me y'all can't pay for the premium. Y'all out here putting out AI slop content, but you can't even pay for the premium, my nigga. Y'all niggas out here using the basic, my nigga. Trash ass niggas.
Try it. What more do you want from me?
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
What the fuck was that?
The difference is that much of it happened outside the mainstream spotlight. Her story forces us to reconsider how we define success. Is success being constantly visible? Or is success having the freedom to create on your own?
Maya definitely could have been one of the ones, though.
Ma's story may not be a tragedy at all.
She definitely could have been one of the ones.
And few voices felt as authentic as Jaheim's. From the moment listeners heard him, they knew exactly who he was. There was a rawness.
I'm gonna say this about Jaheim, bro. He ain't really had no hits, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta keep it a beam, bro. He was good. He was talented and all that, but he ain't really had no hits, though. Oh no, wrong one. My bad. That nigga ain't had no hits like that, though. He ain't had no and when I say he ain't had no hits, I ain't saying he ain't had nothing that was on the radio, but he ain't had no smash hit. That's what I'm really trying to say. That nigga never really had a smash hit. Nothing of that nature, bro. He never had that smash hit, that impactful hit. That hit that's gonna cross over and make the white people go, ooh. Hey, I like this guy. Who's this guy name again? Jaheim? Jaheim? Is that how it's pronounced? Jaheim? I like this guy. He didn't make that crossover music. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make that crossover appeal music that Usher was putting out and Genuine was putting out. I'm telling you, dog, if he would have had that smash hit, Jaheim definitely could have been something. But I don't to say he could have been a legend, that's a stretch. I'm sorry, but that's a stretch right there. If you say that nigga could have been a legend, that's a big fucking stretch. Reach for the sky. I know for the black folks, the black community, you know what I'm saying? We gonna rep for Jaheim, but I'm saying though, did he really have like that big smash hit that had the people like, oh, play this on the radio nonstop? No, he ain't had that. He was getting outplayed by Usher, Beyonce, Destiny Child, all of them. He had so much competition, and he was always getting pushed to the side for them. So that's why I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying right now. I'm not disrespecting the brother. He just didn't have that hit that was like to put him over the top, though. Like, he always seemed like he had a good hit at a certain time, but as soon as somebody puts something out better, it's like, all right, we had enough of you. All right, go over there. You know what I'm saying? That's really his career in a nutshell.
Emotional damage.
To his music, a sincerity that couldn't be faked. That authenticity helped him become one of the most recognizable male R&B artists of the early 2000s. Album sales were strong. Radio embraced it. Fans connected with him. Everything appeared to be moving toward legendary status.
How could I ever forget to be your love?
Then personal challenges began changing the conversation. As headlines shifted away from music and toward controversy, public perception began changing as well. It's one of the most difficult realities of celebrity. An artist can spend years building a reputation and lose control of the narrative in a matter of months. That doesn't erase the music. It doesn't erase the accomplishments. But it does complicate the legacy. That's exactly what happened with Jahan.
And the fights keep getting
Many
worse.
fans, the talent was never the question. The challenge became everything happening outside the recording studio. Number 1, changing faces.
Hell no. Hell no.
Before becoming one of the most successful artists,
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Get the fuck out of here. No way you said R. Kelly Protege is the number one group. Is the number one artist that could have been. Hell no. Hell no. Did you see what the fuck they was going up against? You had Aaliyah, Monica, Brandy, Mariah, Destiny's Child out there in the works. You have fucking Mary J. Blige. Do you not understand? And then all the other groups too. SWV, In Vogue, TLC. Get the fuck out of here. Hell no. You was not getting they was not getting past them. Even with R. Kelly as your ghostwriter, you still wasn't getting your ghostwriter producer, you wasn't getting past them, no matter what, bro. I'm sorry.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Hell no. Trash ass nigga.
Hell no. Changing Faces was never getting past. The amount of competition they had to deal with in the 90s, there was no way. There was no way. Even with R. Kelly as your producer and ghostwriter, you're not getting past the names I just said, bro. Fuck no.
R&B duos of the 1990s. Changing Faces were 2 young women from New York balancing day jobs at a dermatologist's office while pursuing their passion for music after hours. Night after night, they recorded demo tapes, determined to turn their dreams into reality. Their big break came unexpectedly when a local producer heard them singing on a New York street corner. Impressed by their talent and chemistry, he signed them on the spot. The duo's debut single, Stroke You Up, became a massive hit, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1994 and selling more than 700,000 copies in the United States. Almost overnight, Changing Faces became one of R&B's hottest new acts. Their momentum continued to grow. In 1997, their smash hit G-H-E-E-T-O-U-T climbed to number 1 on the Billboard R&B chart and cracked the pop top 10. They also landed a spot on the Space Jam soundtrack, placing them alongside some of the biggest names in entertainment. At their peak, it seemed like Changing Faces were unstoppable. But behind the scenes, problems were beginning to surface. After releasing their 3rd album in 2000, the duo became entangled in a lengthy legal dispute over the rights to their recordings. The conflict effectively put their career on hold, and the group disappeared from the spotlight for more than a decade. When Changing Faces attempted a comeback in 2013, old tensions quickly resurfaced. During a UK tour, one member reportedly brought in a new performer without the other's knowledge. The disagreement escalated into a lawsuit, bringing the reunion to an abrupt end before it had a chance to succeed.
Man, you know what? I'm tired of you. I'm tired of this shit.
The story of 2 talented singers rising from New York street corners to national stardom ultimately became a tale of legal battles, fractured trust, and missed opportunities. Despite the challenges, Changing Faces left behind a lasting legacy in R&B history. Maybe the biggest lesson from all these stories is this: being remembered and being talented are not the same thing. History often focuses on the winners, the superstars, the household names. But behind every legendary era of music are artists who helped build the culture without receiving the same level of recognition. And sometimes their stories are even more interesting because they reveal what really happens behind the curtain. The deals that fall apart, the opportunities that disappear, the decisions that alter careers forever, and the resilience required to keep creating even when the spotless list. Do you think should have become a true R&B legend? Who was the most underrated? And who do you think we should feature in a future episode? Drop your thoughts.
Man, it is what it is, though. It is what it is, though. But anyway, so that's just going about do it for this one, most definitely, man. AI Slop channel. Terrible list. But I digress though. But anyways, though, that's what I get for clicking on AI Slop channels videos. You end up with a terrible ass list. But anyway, so that's just going about do it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, deuces. These niggas really said change your faces, bro. Fuck out of here.
Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.